So as you guys know, I film, set up, manage, split test ads for pool and pond contractors. And my project today is to start running ads for the business. We're at this point where the system's built out really good, the clients are getting good results, and I want to start adding on more people. This is kind of a funny thing, and I disqualify people from working with me if they're under $1 million because I don't think ads are the best move for them. I think you've got to build up reputation, you've got to work on referrals, you've got to work on in-person networking. Once you get over $1 million, ads are scalable, right? And you've got a system, you've got a team. So what I'm getting at is I built the business up to this point with very little ads. And I suggest a lot of you guys do the same. If you are relatively new on your journey, get good ass results and focus on relationships. If you build a relationship with somebody and you do a project for them and you don't do the best, you don't hit the deadline, they're not going to crucify you because you're their friend, right? If you do an ad and you talk about, oh yeah, we're the best, I'm the best at this, I'm the best at that, and you f something up, they're gonna fire you. They're gonna write a bad review, like they're not gonna be happy. So build your business up with relationships first. Now, when you're ready to scale, when you're ready to start putting some money behind ads, let me show you what I do. This is similar to the structure that I do for my clients, but this is for the business, and I'll show you why this is so important. So I think if we screen share here, let me fix one thing real quick. All right, there we go. We're just gonna show you my freaking credit card in there. Let's get that out of the picture. Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go. Sorry, I don't use the screen share very often, but essentially what I'm doing, and you take what you want with this information, is creating a shit ton of different ad sets, right? Because when you look at these, you can see which ones are performing the best. I've got videos, just handheld talking on the phone. I've got more professional clipped of me talking this way. I've got a mixture of everything. And I even threw in a few pictures here to see how they do. These are all in one ad set, right? And so my ad set, my ad spend is $50 to $100 a day. And Facebook is gonna run that to all of these ads and test it. And then what it does is it categorizes it based on the highest performing ad set and how long people watch, what the hook rate is, how long they stay for the first 3 seconds, the average view duration, all of those things. And then it gives it a score. It says, hey, the engagement ranking on this is really low, but the performance ranking is really high. And it calculates these things because then it knows which one's best to put money behind, right? And that's Facebook is always optimizing for that because if they can get you more results, you're gonna spend more money. Like if you have a positive ROAS, if you spend $3 and get $10, you have a 3x ROAS, and you're gonna pour a lot more money into it because it's like every time I spend $3, I get 10. Why don't I spend 3 million and get 10 million, right? It's a simple math thing, and Facebook wants to optimize for that. So when you're creating your ads and you wanna do it like me, what you wanna do is film a handful and mix things up. Not only are you mixing up the copy and the headlines and those things, but you're mixing up the format. These are just me holding my phone, talking to it. And these are just me sitting in front of my camera. These are clipped up things. And then these are just pictures with clients or just pictures of me. I think this one is. And then I'm also getting some of my higher performing social media posts. So if we go to the YouTube, let me pull it up real quick. This is okay, look guys, this is the biggest secret here. Like nobody wants you to know this secret, but this is actually crazy because if something performs well, if you make a post on social media and it performs well, guess what? It's not magic, it's a good post. If you take that post and you post it on a different platform, it's still gonna perform well. Like consistently, you're gonna see some of the highest performing posts, right? And so what we wanna do here, like another secret hack we're doing, is going and looking at some of these higher performing posts that we've had because for some reason, people really like these posts. And so like this one did 1,800, so let's click on that. Let's take a look at it. And then I'm gonna download it and I'm gonna put this video as an ad. Now, I'm not doing it in this ad set because this one is for a lead magnet, which is the next thing we're gonna talk about. This one's for leads. But then we're creating a retargeting campaign to push to the people who see that ad, that engage with the form, or land on my website. And so there's different stages of it. And the thing that I wanted to draw on here was the importance of the lead magnet. So the thing that I always struggled with is like most agencies, most people like me, their lead magnet is this. Talk to me. That's literally their lead magnet. And if I'm sitting at home scrolling on Instagram and I'm just like, and I see this guy that says, hey, go over here, put in all your information, and then you get to talk to me. I'm like, who are you and why do I care, right? So my conversion is going to be very low. My cost per lead is going to be very high because there's not enough reason here for somebody to want to talk to you. But if your offer is, hey, click this and I'll give you $500, guess what they're going to do? Right. They're going to click and get $500. So your cost per lead is going to be very low. If you don't account the $500 you're spending, these people, like everyone who sees that video is going to click through and give you their information. So you're going to have a really high cost per lead or a really low cost per lead. That's because it's a good offer. And so what I do with my clients and what I'm doing for myself right now is trying to figure out how to not do this. This is like a free estimate. Who cares? Who cares that you do a free estimate? So does everybody else. How can we make our offer to be more like this, right? What can that be? So what I'm doing is a free podcast. And it's only for pool builders, contractors, and they get social media clips out of it too. So it's like, I'm giving them value for this. So now, I mean, it's not as good as $500, but it's a lot better than this, right? So getting them to come over and do a free podcast with me, my CPL is going to be quite a bit lower than most other agencies. And that's because I'm giving them something of value. And so what we're doing here is running all bajillion of these ads to get people to sign up for the podcast. I want to have conversations with pool builders, not because I want their money. I do think the amount of clients that come out of this podcast, funnel, will be a little bit lower than if I was doing the free estimate thing. But I know from the conversations that I have with pool builders, I'm going to learn a lot more about how to help them and what they need. I'm going to get a lot more introductions and I'm going to have more relationships in the industry. So for me, it's totally worth it. And it's what I want to do. It's what I want to focus on, even if it doesn't turn into a bunch of sales, right? But anyway, all of those ads are pushing people to this podcast, okay? And that's what you need to do for your business. You need to figure out what that thing is, right? So if you're creating an ad about my finished product, hey, look at this product, right? This is a palm tree and this is a swimming pool. If this is your ad and it just says, hey, look at this product, and then give us this just sounds absurd. Give us a $15,000 deposit. No shit, nobody's going through your formula. Nobody's going through your funnel here. You're like, hey, look at this picture and then give me $15,000. Like this is a bad ad. And that's where you see cost per leads of like $1,000, thousands of dollars for one lead. Because why would they stop their scroll? Why would they stop watching TikToks to do this? It's not very good. But if you can give them something of value, estimates are really good. Right now, estimates are the best one. They're like, oh yeah, I do want to know how much this costs. Or 5 hacks for saving on a pool. It's a PDF. Like, sure, that's going to give them value and it's speaking to that audience. So when you're creating your stuff, when you're doing everything, like think about it like me, right? The wizard. Think about how you can turn your ads and the reward for giving you their information into something sexy like $500. What can you do for that? I'll update another video later and tell you guys how this funnel is working. I know it's going to be crazy, especially I'm probably going to have to lower my ad spend on purpose to filter the amount of conversations I'm having. Maybe I'm wrong, but this is my hypothesis. So I'll keep it updated. If you guys like marketing secrets like this for your business, don't forget to follow, leave a comment. And we could also hop on a call. If you guys want to be on this pod like I'm talking about, let's do it. Let's chit chat. I know I'm getting more followers of pool specific guys, and I would love to interview you and learn about your story. So we'll talk soon.